Oi, oi, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to M.A.D Reactions, and tonight is a bloody definite bonkers reaction because this is the most disturbing camping encounters ever caught on camera. And I must say, this is a warning of this video because I tell you what, it's bloody naughty. I'll tell you that for a start. Mystery Man. So please go and check him out. Mystery Man, brilliant channel. Honest to God, he's got some really crazy content on his channel. So please go and check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Leave his notifications on, then bosh. It's for whenever he grabs, you know, whenever he gets anything in. Do you know what? My words just won't come out for some reason. They're just, my brain's saying it, but my bloody mouth isn't. But look, let's just dive into this, yeah? Before I do go anywhere, actually, can I just say welcome to all the new subscribers. Thanks for joining, peeps. Lovely jubbly. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's all free, and you become part of this crazy asylum thing that we got going on here, yeah? Lovely jubbly. So look, this, as I say, is most disturbing camping encounters. And Mystery Man definitely pulls it out the app when he pulls one of these out. So strap yourselves up, peeps, because you're gonna get a bit rocky. You ready for this? Let's do this. Come on, Mystery Man. Come on.
In September of 2024, a YouTuber named Megan uploaded a chilling video titled, "I was attacked in the woods by a man," to her channel Megan page. Her channel primarily documents her everyday lifestyle, and she frequently shares footage of her travels and life updates as she explores the United States. In this particular video, Megan decided to go on a solo camping trip to a forest located in Humboldt County, California.
I'll tell you what, go on quickly before we go anywhere. When I see women doing this thing on their own, camping and stuff out on their own, I take my hat off to them, honest to God. That is like proper staunch. And people are saying, yeah, why shouldn't they? Yeah, totally, why shouldn't they be able to? Why is it a conversation, do you know what I mean? But there's so many bloody weirdos in the world, you know what I mean? Fair play to you, ladies, seriously.
As Megan starts off her video, she mentions that the sole purpose of this trip was to take a break from her busy lifestyle and find peace and solitude in the beautiful forests of California.
Yeah.
The first few minutes of the video feature Megan updating her viewers about everything that's going on in her life. And it does appear as though she is completely alone in the woods, as she doesn't hear or see anything unusual. However, just moments later, she suddenly started hearing footsteps coming towards her, and that's when Megan encountered something truly disturbing.
When I got home from the psychiatric facility, there were cockroaches in my bed. Can you believe that? So that's why I'm in Humboldt. I'm staying at my dad's again, and it's really bad. Every day we've been scream fighting. And then I come to the woods for like 4 hours and decompress. And then I go back home, and then he acts like nothing happens. Like a true narcissist.
Oh, blimey.
Like the true narcissist he is. Okay, well, you scared me.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sweetheart, don't worry.
Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
probably more dangerous than me. You're probably more evil than me. Look at this right here, the same. You're wrong. Little stoner.
No. Yeah, good. Hey, this is what I mean. This is exactly what
That
I
was
mean.
terrifying. What the?
This is what I mean.
I'm shaking. That was scary. It was coming right at me. And so obviously I'm gonna be scared.
It's evident that a man holding a broken bottle suddenly appeared out of nowhere and approached Megan. Terrified for her life, Megan immediately picked up her camera and started distancing herself from the man. During this time, the man started talking to her and assured her that he was not there to harm anyone. However, by this point, Megan had already seen enough warning signs indicating that the man was probably up to no good. As a result, she immediately picked up her belongings and started walking away from him.
Yeah.
It's still unclear whether the man actually meant any harm, but based on his behavior, it's very likely that he had some very sinister intentions. The man initially sneaked up on Megan while holding a broken bottle, potentially intending to harm her. But when he saw that she was recording and realized he'd been caught, he came up with an excuse for his actions and began assuring her that he wasn't a threat. Megan, however, wasn't convinced at all and wisely chose to distance herself and walk away from the man. Fortunately, the man didn't end up following her, and Megan safely made it out of the woods without any harm.
That is what I'm trying to get at. That's what I was saying, you know? Weirdos like that, you know? It's just... Flipping hell, got to be careful, seriously. Anyone, male or female, you just got to be careful. You're going out in them woods on your own, be careful.
And then he's like, "You're probably more scary than me. Your dark hair and your veins."
If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing. Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel grow, and in return, I promise to keep bringing you guys the best quality content. Now let's get back to the video. In June of 2021, a YouTuber named Corey uploaded a terrifying video titled "Ritualistic Encounter in the Backwoods" to his channel The Abandoned Boys. His channel is dedicated to urban exploration, and he often shares footage of his bizarre encounters while exploring various abandoned locations throughout the United States. In this particular video, Corey decided to explore.
There's so much naughties going out in the woods. Do you really want to go out there? Do you know what I mean? It's like no traffic.
Or a remote forest located in Martinsville, Virginia. According to Corey, the forest is rumored to have a history of being a satanic ritual site. Since then, the forest has gained a reputation for being haunted. Even now, there have been multiple reports of people performing satanic rituals in the forest at night.
That's really not a wise thing to do, is it? To go to the woods when you know stuff like that's going on. You don't want to go there. What if they want to do, they're doing a certain thing, you know? And they want a certain person.
Despite all of this, Corey set out to explore the forest alone in the middle of the night. As he began his
with the bread, the butter.
his exploration, he ventured deep into the woods to locate the ritualistic site. However, just a few minutes into his exploration, Corey suddenly started hearing some strange noises coming from the woods, and that's when he encountered something truly disturbing.
There's some dangerous backwoods. Heard a lot of stuff goes on out here. So I'm here tonight to check it out. Come with me on this journey. Let's get it.
What? Bloody hell. Watch this. Watch just here. See where the cursor is. Just watch this. Like someone's peeping their head round.
So I'm here tonight to check it out. Come with me on this journey.
See it?
Let's get it. Kind of far in, hiked in kind of far. Hopefully it all goes well, but definitely creepy. Been hearing stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. That's what we're working with tonight.
I'm sure you got someone behind you, bro. I hate the bloody woods. I don't. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I don't hate the woods. I love the bloody woods. I hate the freakiness of it. Even though I'd go there, I don't care. It's just. One of them ones.
You hear that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Careful. Oh,
Oh.
mate, be bloody careful. Oh, mate, but no. What you're hearing now, what I'm thinking, loads of bloody crazy shit. He's just saying that there's a cult going on there and they do sacrifices and things. And what you can hear in the background, you don't know whether you're to run off, call the old Bill, or just, as Casper Sight would say, Rambo the bloody thing. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, hear that?
After Corey heard the strange noise, he listened intently and tried to make sense of its source. Although it's hard to pinpoint exactly what caused those strange noises, they do oddly resemble the sounds of a cat crying.
That's not a bloody cat. That is not a cat.
What the f...
Fucking being strangled.
Yeah, hear that?
If this was actually the sound of a cat crying, then this encounter becomes even more alarming, especially since the forest is known to be haunted and also a place where individuals perform satanic rituals. And if anyone in the site saw Corey approaching them, things could escalate quickly. But Corey didn't think too much about this detail and eventually decided to investigate the noise. However, as he started to walk in the direction of the noise, that's when he encountered something that sent him running out of the forest.
Mate, you can hear something banging, he's got something. What the fuck? Get the shit out of there, man! Whoa! Look at that!
What the hell? Y'all seeing this?
Yeah. mate, go. Just go. Just bloody go, Josh. Go, go, go. Go on. Just... What the bloody hell was that?
Y'all see this?
Yes, I did. We saw that, mate. We saw that. It's still coming, mate. It's still coming. Go, 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 go. Go,
Hey,
mate.
what's
Go. I don't know
what's
what
going
he's
on?
got in his hand, mate, but he's got some naughtiness in his hand. I wouldn't stand there, mate. Go, bro. Go. Go, 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 go. Go, gadget, go. Go on. That, would you?
After
Would you, if you saw that, what would you do? Fuck off.
Corey followed the noises, he was startled to see a group of people dressed in all black, performing their rituals and making...
Look at the boat on that, look. Look at his face. All pasty faced. Ah, that's naughty. Well, what are they doing down there with the screams and that, you know?
strange noises. Disturbingly, one of them immediately pulled out a weapon and began approaching him. After noticing the man, Corey cautiously started walking back and began distancing himself. During this time, Corey politely called out to him, but the man, without speaking a single word, continued following him. Terrified for his life, Corey immediately rushed out of the woods and managed to safely escape the man. It's still unclear why the man dressed in black was trying to harm Corey, but based on his behavior that night, it's very likely that he didn't want Corey to be that close to their ritual site. As a result, he pulled out his weapon and began following.
What do you reckon they were doing? I mean, I've got a thought, but I don't want to say it, you know?
Corey. If Corey hadn't backed up or had continued approaching the individuals, they would have most likely ambushed or attacked him. Fortunately,
I will, I'll say it. I was sacrificing a bloody animal or something, you know? That's just wrong.
For Corey, he immediately rushed out of the forest and managed to escape the potentially dangerous situation without any harm.
Right.
In December of 2024, a YouTuber named Sarah uploaded a chilling video titled "Disturbing Encounter While Solo Camping" to her channel Wandering Gypsy. Sarah's channel is dedicated to outdoor exploration, and she frequently posts footage of her travels across the United States in her Jeep Wrangler. In this particular video, Sarah set out on a solo overnight camping trip in the desert of Utah. As she begins her video, she ventures deep into the desert to find a suitable spot for her campsite.
I mean, that is just, yeah, you know? I mean, I know she's female and all that, but she's got to have some balls to go out there on their own, you know what I mean? Because I know guys that wouldn't do that on their own, you know? And obviously I would. Obviously, you know. I would. I'd have to have some protection with me though, you know. Definitely. Because I wouldn't be doing that on my own.
After driving for a while, Sarah discovered a secluded area and decided to set up camp for the night. Once she was all set up, she prepared her coffee and started exploring the nearby surroundings. During her exploration, Sarah was surrounded by the beautiful view of nature, and she enjoyed the peaceful and quiet surroundings. And it did appear as though she was completely alone in the desert, as she didn't hear or see anything that suggested anyone was nearby. However, just moments later, while she was walking around her campsite, Sarah suddenly spotted a red car approaching her, and that's when things started to take a turn for the worse for Sarah.
No signs of humans, no signs of wildlife.
No, but you'd be buggered if it was, wouldn't you, love? Really? You stood there having a nice coffee. Yeah, lovely, look at this, look at you, ooh, lovely. And there's a big ass bear comes running out of that cave there. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? It makes me laugh. It makes me like, I don't understand why you wouldn't have, you know what I mean? What the bloody hell is that up there? See what I mean? My eyes are like a bloody eagle.
Just hear a bunch of crazy birds chirping. And one of the things I like to do when setting up camp too is scoping out the place, is look on the ground for like wild animal poop.
Yeah. So you don't hang around.
And the only poop that I see on the ground is this cow.
Cow? Hey? This is similar to another one I've seen like this. I mean, what you doing, mate?
After Sarah saw the red car coming towards her, she immediately got back in her Jeep. Disturbingly, the car stayed at the end of the dirt road and continued blocking her exit for almost 10 minutes. By this point, Sarah had already seen enough warning signs, indicating that the man inside probably had some very sinister intentions. As a result, she was consumed with fear and anxiety over...
This is what I'm saying. You know, you just can't even go out in the bloody world to wherever you want to go in case there's a bloody weirdo. Isn't it naughty?
Everything she was witnessing, and all she could do now was stay inside her Jeep and hope that the man inside wasn't a threat. Sarah then kept a close eye on the car, and that's when she noticed the man staring directly at her.
Bloody hell. I mean, that has got some freaky place though, innit? To be out there in the middle of nowhere, that is just like, you know, can be really bloody dangerous, couldn't it? It really could be.
Well, and that's another thing I've been dealing with. For me to be sitting here at my Jeep in this secluded spot, which I'm about to leave, and then that red truck just pulls up, and the truck just continues to sit there. And then when he pulls off, his window is rolled down, and he's staring right at me when he pulls off. So just stuff like that gets under my skin. Because now I found this awesome campsite, and I have to leave. Because now I am worried and paranoid that once it gets dark or in the middle of the night, could this guy come back because he knows I'm here by myself? I'm over it. So now I have to leave, and I have to go find me another campsite now.
Fortunately for Sarah, the red car eventually left her alone. However, to Sarah's absolute shock, as the car was leaving, she noticed a man wearing a mask staring directly at her. To make matters...
It is the same one. It is the same one. I have seen, I tell you, bloody horrible.
There's even more disturbing. Sarah later revealed that she had recently been dealing with a stalker. For the last couple of months, every time she went camping, she would notice someone stalking her from a distance. If this was the same stalker she had encountered previously, then this encounter becomes even more alarming, especially since the area where she'd been camping was located in a pretty remote part of the desert.
Why would you wear a mask? Why would you need to be wearing a mask out there unless you're doing something horrible? You know? No need for it.
If the man were to come back again, things could escalate quickly. But fortunately for Sarah, even though she was frustrated over what she was dealing with, she wisely chose to leave the area and safely made it out of the desert without any harm. In January of 2025, a British YouTuber named James uploaded a video titled "Scary Van Life Park Up Caught on Camera" to his channel By the Curb. His channel primarily focuses on outdoor exploration, and he often documents footage of his everyday life as he travels across the UK in his camper van. In this particular video, James decided to go on a solo road trip to Sunderland, a city located in England. As James begins his journey, he drives all day and eventually reaches his destination. He then parks his van near the road and settles down. As night begins to set in, James decides to call it a night and eventually goes to sleep. However, just moments later, he was suddenly awakened by noises coming from outside his van, and that's when James encountered something truly disturbing.
Oh, there was a person there. Oi, what are you doing? Yeah, mate.
You're going to go and take it to me sections. I'll put me to this one. No, I'll try to see it. And you see a on the front, you follow with the brick. You follow, you don't follow. With the chicken and on the back. You're not working no one. I'm not the third door. I'm not the private leg. I'm not a first English footballer. And I'll reef, I don't know what I mean. You can see when you pull on the dead people who you're supposed to look. Punch that, I've never heard before.
Gives him a load of grief, but tells him he loves him, but writes "I love you" on the bloody glass, and then gives you a load of lip. Hey, lovely.
I've got a new modern technology. You've got fucking stuff like this on there. You're a cameraman.
After James heard someone knocking and looked out of his window, he was startled to see a man shouting and staring directly at him. Although it's hard to comprehend what he was saying, his aggressive tone indicated that the man was yelling some pretty harsh things towards James, and he probably had some very sinister intentions. The man continued yelling and kept on knocking on the window for almost 10 minutes. By this point, James had no idea whether to stay inside or go out and confront him. However, since he wasn't carrying anything to protect himself, and considering the man could easily be carrying a knife or any other weapon, he ultimately decided the smartest thing to do was to stay inside the van.
What would you do? Would you go out there to him, or would you stay in your caravan? I think it's wise to stay inside, just in case, as the man said, he might have something, you know, that you could hurt you with. So, yeah, stay inside, bed's option, I reckon.
And all James could do now was hope the man would go away on his own.
He says,
I've got some nutter shouting outside.
this is what happens when you go camping, man. And he's probably had
Get my shoes on.
a few too many sherbets. I heard a bottle of whiskey, I think. Something like that.
Still there, look.
Thing is, you know, you can start breaking glass and all sorts
It's
of
coming
stuff.
back.
Bloody hell, what's wrong with people, man? Seriously. You got enough grief in your own life that you have to give other people hassle as well, you know? That's what sherbet does to you. Well, alcohol. That's what alcohol does to you.
Fortunately for James, the man did get tired of yelling and eventually left him alone. It's hard to determine whether the man was trying to break into the van or trying to harm James, but based on his actions that night, it's most likely that the man was under the influence. The man initially approached the camper van, and as soon as he realized James was inside, he started knocking and yelling at James, potentially intending to provoke and lure him to get out of the van. However, James made the wise choice of not getting out of his van to confront the man, because encounters of this nature often end with campers getting harassed or even attacked by people with sinister intentions. Fortunately for James, he managed to avoid the potentially dangerous situation without getting harmed.
It is bad though, isn't it? You know, you just can't go anywhere without someone having to try and spoil it of some kind, of some aspect, you know? Just gotta be mindful.
In July of 2024, a YouTuber named Darina uploaded a video titled "Scary Place in the Haunted Pine Barrens" to her channel The Walking Cam. Darina's channel is dedicated to urban exploration, and she often shares footage of her exploring various haunted and abandoned locations throughout the United States. In this particular video, Darina set out to explore the ruins of the abandoned Silica Sand Company, located in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. For anyone unfamiliar with this location, the Pine Barrens covers approximately 1.1 million acres and represents about 22% of New Jersey's total land area. The location is also known for its numerous well-maintained trails and campsites and is a popular destination for hikers and campers. However, the Pine Barrens' dense forest has historically provided cover for illicit activities and criminal operations.
What about the animals? It's, you know, it just does me. I don't understand how people can just walk off quite happily when you got wild animals, naughty wild animals that could just jump out on you. God, I mean, I suppose if you live over there, you just used to it, isn't it? It's not a thing, is it? For me, I would be going anywhere.
Contributing to its reputation as a place where crime could go undetected. Despite all this, Darina decided to go on a solo exploration of the Pine Barrens. As she begins her video, she ventures deep into the woods to locate the abandoned ruins. After walking for a while, she finally discovered the ruins and found that the various machinery and equipment had been severely damaged, and whatever remained was covered with creepy graffiti and writings. Darina then left the ruins and decided to venture further into the woods. However, this is when she stumbled upon something extremely disturbing.
Oh, no. No. Oh, what the bloody hell? Sounds of... Oh my God, not another load. I've seen 2 or 3 videos like this that have had different missings, cars of people's faces and missing stuff on it, and some of them have been found brown bread, you know. Bloody hell. Another one. Another one. That's just mental. Oh my God. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, what the bloody hell? Careful, man. Might be some booby trap or something. Step on some big bloody net, picks you up. Do you know what I mean? Leave something hanging on the trees so people walk up to it. You know, people are out on their own doing walks. They say, "What's that on the bloody tree over there?" Goes to walk over there, not thinking about it, and get taken up in a big net. Seen too many films, haven't I?
It's evident that numerous trees are
happen, though.
plastered with
Could
posters of missing people. This detail is particularly alarming given that the area where Darina discovered these posters is located in a very remote part of the forest. Along with the fact that the Pine Barrens are known to have a history of criminal activity, indicating that the individual responsible for putting up the posters could be a criminal or even a serial killer. Some serial killers are known to leave clues at crime scenes intentionally, seeking notoriety or a challenge for law enforcement. It's also possible the posters were placed by the suspect to mislead investigators and deter them from the actual crime scene. However, these claims are merely my own theory and haven't been confirmed or verified. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether what Darina discovered in the woods was simply an elaborate prank or something more sinister.
Do you know what? I actually think I've done a video in the past. There's, I think maybe one or two videos actually. I think I might have done in the past that have got these on these trees. There was another one with a guy. Another guy doing it. In fact, one guy and one guy and another one. What would you do if you walked in the woods and you saw that? Leave. That's what you do. You'd leave. You turn around and fucking leave. Sod that.
In October of 2023, a British YouTuber named Mike uploaded a rather bizarre video titled "The Woods I Will Never Camp In Again" on his channel Novice Wild Camper. Mike's channel is all about wild camping, with frequent videos showcasing his camping experiences in different parts of the UK. In this particular video, Mike decided to go on a solo overnight camping trip in the woods somewhere in the UK. Mike begins his video by venturing deep into the woods to find a good place to camp for the night. While exploring, he stumbles upon some peculiar footprints on the trail. He figures they must belong to a dog walker and continues on his way. After walking for a while, Mike finds a good spot and sets up his campsite. After setting up his camp, he shows his viewers the various camping gear he'd brought, and this is when he mentions hearing some strange noises nearby, but yet again he dismisses them, thinking it's just a small animal and doesn't think much of it.
And the thing is though, right, sorry, but the thing is, living in England, yeah, apart from, I suppose, being up in Scotland, I suppose, obviously it's not England, but, you know, it's on the same bit, you know, but like, I'm talking about animals out in the woods when you're camping. Now, we have, it's not like other places in the world where you've got bloody big bears and fucking all sorts of other mountain lions and things like that. We ain't got that sort of stuff over here, you know? So it's like, yeah, there isn't many things that are going to hurt you, animal-wise, you know? But we got enough weirdos over here anyway that live out in the woods.
The night begins to set in. Mike enjoys his dinner and decides to go to bed. However, at around 3 a.m., Mike was suddenly awakened by a series of rocks hitting the side of his tent. And this is when things take a very disturbing turn for Mike.
There's a huge amount of noises around here. Sounds like Bigfoot's throwing rocks at the hammock. I've had a couple of near misses and a couple of hits. But yeah, going for a fun night. See you in the morning. Right, I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm actually sitting back in my car now. What? 3 o'clock, it just started hammering it down with rain. After the rain started, I could just hear crashing around that got nearer and nearer and nearer to my hammock. And every time I moved or got out to check, it stopped. But the weirdest thing was, suddenly by my hammock, massive thud hits the ground. I jumped up and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there. And I'm just laying there listening. And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch hit my tarp. And every time I jumped up and got out, there was no movement, there was no nothing now. But this has completely freaked me out.
Mike mentioned that he heard rocks hitting his tent and heard some strange noises that were getting louder and louder, leading...
I mean, if them rocks are getting near you, one could hit you, you know? And that's what they're planning on. Flipping heck, mate, eh?
him to believe something or someone was closing in on him. However, when he went outside to investigate, the noises would suddenly stop. But as soon as he went back inside, the noises would start again. Disturbed by these bizarre encounters, he left his campsite and went back to his car. He anxiously stayed in his car until sunrise and eventually returned to his campsite. However, as he tried to make sense of what he had just witnessed, he heard the strange and mysterious noises once again.
This is seriously the weirdest
There's definitely footsteps. I mean, or animal, could be a deer.
forest I've ever camped in. I got back here and suddenly the tree next to me just crashes and the bushes are all shaking, but there's nothing in it, there's nothing there. It's full of creatures and animals running around. Things are just crashing down around me. It's all quiet, then suddenly it happens. I don't like it here. I'm getting packed up. I'm under my tarp, packing up my quilt, and there's this crash behind me. This doesn't land coming down. It bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me. This place is freaked out. I am never coming back here again.
After hearing
I tell you what.
the strange noises for the second
Oh yeah, just I don't know if what I saw then. But that looks like someone there, doesn't it? Look. What do you reckon? Hiding? Someone hiding? I mean, you could be looking all day, couldn't you, with that bloody... Paradolia's a bugger, innit?
Coming down,
really is.
it bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me. This place is freaked out. I am never coming back here again.
After hearing the strange noises for the second time, Mike, afraid for his life, immediately packed up his belongings and left the woods. On his way back to his car, he suddenly ran into someone walking near the woods, and their brief encounter quickly took a very disturbing turn.
I just got back to the car, and bearing in mind this road is like a dead-end road. No one comes down here, and for the entire night, no one had come down here. So, but I've come down here, and as I've stepped out of the woods, literally the entrance to go in there is just there. And there's a man just walking down the road by me, and he saw me, and he went, "All right?" And I was like, "All right." He went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, just did a little hammock camp." And he says, "You went, you're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed, and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off. But yeah, I won't pinpoint it to say, avoid this place, but I'm never going to come back here again.
The man mentioned that Mike was brave to have spent the night in the woods, and when Mike asked why, he told him about the dark history of deaths there, and then just walked off. The man's identity and the truthfulness of his claims remain unknown, but to be safe, Mike kept the location of the woods a secret from his viewers to avoid them from going in there. It is...
How would you keep it from going in there? You know what I mean? If it's unsafe, you need to let people know the name where it is so people don't go there. You know what I mean? And if they do go there, it's on their own head, be it. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, I mean...
Still unclear whether Mike's experience was paranormal or something more sinister like a serial killer lurking in the woods. However, the lack of information about the man in the woods leaves the source of Mike's strange experience a complete mystery.
Sod that. Sod that. No chance. Having big bloody boulders thrown down near your feet. No. And then the old weirdo in the morning tells you, oh yeah, people fucking get brown bread in that bloody place, mate. Yeah. Yeah. No thanks. I'm going to go now. Do you know what I mean? God, this is what I'm saying. You only go out camping, so to get outside with nature, you know, enjoy the time, enjoy the being with nature, the fresh air, and the tree, everything. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love walking through the forests and woods now. I love it. Absolutely love it. You know, go camping, got your dog. Why not? Why not? You know, get yourself away for the weekend. If you're a single male, single female, if you're a couple, go and do it together. Get out there and enjoy time with nothing else around you, just the woods. It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice break. You know what I mean? But look, let me know what you thought of that one, because that was a bit weird. You know, it's yeah, that's a bit odd. Just crazy ass stuff going on in the woods. I mean, as I say, females that go out on their camping on their own, absolutely staunch. I'm telling you, I'd take my hat off to them if I was wearing one, because it's some of these places are very frightening, and these girls are doing it, you know what I mean? Go on. Bloody go on. Anyway, peeps, look, I'm going to wrap it up. Let me know what you thought of this one, yeah? And as always, in your comments below. And I'll chat to you again tomorrow, all right? I'll have another one for you tomorrow. But tomorrow's, obviously, it's Saturday. Oh, my God. I completely bloody forgot. It's Friday, peeps. Woohoo! Come on. So, yeah, Saturday, I know I do one for members on Saturday, but I might drop that in on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon sort of time. But I will drop one out for you tomorrow as well, all right? Till then, you take care of yourselves, all right? Take care of each other. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay scared, all right? Love you loads, everybody. Thanks for joining me once again, yeah? Please go and check out Mystery Man. Subscribe to his channel. And if you haven't, subscribe to us as well, yeah? Love you loads, everyone. Take care.